morning, students. In our chapter 4, now let us study the types of organization. The types, or you can say the structure of an organization. The meaning we have learned. The organization gives a structure, gives a shape, body to the business unit, and we are in position to know that who is working at what place with what authority and responsibility. So such structure can be framed in the various types. The very first is that is the linear or a line organization. Today we are going to study in detail the linear organization. The another is that is the functional organization. The third is the formal organization. Fourth, informal, and then the matrix. So one by one now in this chapter we are going to study about the various types of organizational structure. Let us begin with the linear, or you can say a line organization. The word itself says something very much straight, simple, straightforward in a proper line. So here the characters are that it is the most simple, very easy to understand. Any layman can also understand the structural aspect of the employees and business structure, authority, responsibility, relationship. So it is the most simple. It is an ancient, very old. The very first organization structure, that is the line organization structure, and it is used mostly in the army, so that it is also known as an army organization. In the army, discipline is the most important character. The distribution of authority, responsibility, and who is the commander in charge and who are the subordinate, those things are to be very precise. So in the army, the line organization is mostly used, and it is known as a arm organization also. Here the centralization of power that you will find at the top. In the top, the total centralization. All decisions are taken by the top authority. All the orders are to be given by the top authority. And the major control is kept in the top level management. And the distribution of the power, decentralization is also there. But that decentralization is at a bottom and a middle level. But at a top level you will find the concept of centralization. It is done in a very straight line from the top to bottom. The whole structure is follow in that pyramid structure. As we have observed the pyramid, the levels of management, in the same manner you will find the line organization is also working, that all the authority that is in the upper side and responsibilities and other bottom level you will find people are working more. In this type, that division is not done according to the work. The division is done according to the department. Work is not that important. Your experience, your work, the way how you handle, that is more important. And the department distributions are there. It is expected that the head of department is capable of solving all the problems whichever arise in the department. It is not based on the function. So the specialized knowledge and specialized particular aspects are not given. Function is not given that importance in this departmentation. But here it is according to the department. Each employee is answerable to his or her superior. The responsibilities are there. Every head is authority to get work done from their subordinate, and every subordinate is responsible to give answer of all the questions which are asked by the superior. So in this way, that every superior authority, the supreme authority, has a right to get work and has a right to assign the duties. Here the more favorable at a small size, this particular structure is okay when the functions are limited, size is limited and you have the less number of employees. So centralization remain in the top. The owner has the overall command and control, and below that the other employees are working. So when the size of the business is small, it is okay. The work area is limited. When your size of the business is small, definitely the work area going to be limited. The specifications and specialization demands are also less, and it is okay with those departmental head that they can cope up with each and every problem whatever arise in the department. The problems and control of discipline are less. So those organizations in which you have a less difficulty, less functional questions arise, less control is required, and the discipline issues are also not there. In those organizational structure, you can follow the line organization. The major limitation of a line organization is that here the head of the department is expected that he know each and everything, as well as he is responsible for the work of his department. So the stress is there. On the head of the management, he always feel that he is under pressure. So that is the major limitation of the line organization. The second, you expect that the departmental head know everything. How it is possible? In any organization, there are n number of problems arise, and any particular individual is having the knowledge of all the aspects. That is something you expect too much. So these are the major two limitations. One is the stress of manager, departmental head, and second, expectation that the departmental head should complete and should capable of solving all the problems arise into the department. Looking to these two major limitations, there is a birth of the second, that is functional organization. Tomorrow we will be learning functional organization. What is the reason for the second organizational structure? The reason is the limitation of line organization. So it is simple, it is very old, it is very convenient and centralized and easy to understand. Your size is small, this organization structure is good. But when you have a very big business organization, when you are dealing with lot many different types of activity and more employees, line organization has its own limit. So we have understood the meaning of line organization, the favorable areas where the line organization is suitable, and the limitations also regarding line organization. Now let us study the structure, how it appears. When we have learned the structure of business organization in class 1, if you remember, I have explained that the procedure of preparing organization, in that the chart presentation, that was of a line organization only. Let us once again recapitulate. Centralized authority at the top. So the board of director of a business unit, they are the overall in charge, and they are the overall decision power making body. They decide how the whole business organization will function. All the major decisions are taken at a centralized place, that is by the board of director. To help the board of director, they appoint one general manager. So general manager, he is the overall in charge of the whole business organization. Board of director, they simply decide the goal, they simply decide the target, and they simply expect that during the year what should be done and how it should be done. But implementation, then it starts from the general manager. General manager is the overall in charge of the entire business unit. All the department, what they are working and how they are working, whether properly or not, all these are to be informed to the general manager, and he is shouldering the responsibility towards the entire business unit. He is answerable to board of director. So that the authority, it falls in the top to bottom side, and the responsibility that goes from the bottom towards the upward side. So in this manner, in a chart, that from the downward and towards the upward, authority responsibility fall. So help to the general manager, he split the entire business organization into various departments. The first is the production department. First production department, then he split into the administrative department and the sales department. Here in the illustration we have taken 3 departments. More the department, more it become expensive, more it become complex, and it is going to be difficult to handle. So when we are talking about a small size of business unit, 3 departmentation are more than enough. The line structure is mainly with the limited department, then it become economical, viable, and it is convenient for the general manager and board of director to handle. So production deal with the production activity. These are in 2 sub points, that is the purchase related activity and production related activity. So production departmental head, he take the 2 more help, that is from the purchase officer and from the production officer. The purchase officer, there is a helping hand to him, is known as a clerk. So that the production department, he distribute his load of work to the purchase officer as well as production officer. In the production officer, he has a hierarchy, that in which the supervisors are there. The person who is going to observe and see the plant and machinery, how they are working, how they are functioning, and according to the our predetermined goal method, whether the works are doing or not. Supervisor take help of the foreman, and foreman get work done from the workers. So in this manner, the work is divided among the number of employees, and with this the overall in charge is that production department. The second segment of the activity is administrative department. To run the business, you have to administrate. Production is one aspect, the sales marketing is another aspect, and administration is mainly with the personnel department as well as with the account department. So administrative department split their work activity into 2. One is administrative officer, he is going to deal with the personnel department. Second is the account officer, he deal with the work of accounting, recording, preparing final results, and keeping and all the matter related to finance. So the administrative officer get work from the clerk. In the same manner, account officer also take task from the clerk. So they have their helping employees. The third department is the sales department. Sales activity are bifurcated into 2. One is that is the sales officer, and second is that is the advertisement officer. The sales officer deal with the selling aspect, marketing aspect. Whatever the goods are produced by production department, according to that, the goods are to be sold into the market. And they take the help of the salesman. The salesmen are going to assist the sales manager. Advertisement, that work is that you have to market your product. You have to see that people know about what you are producing. You have to increase your sales. So the all sales promotion policies and all the sales activities and demonstration and display to be done by the advertisement officer, and they deal with the marketing section of the sales department. They are also taking help of employees. In this manner, the top management, they give all the orders are follow from top to bottom. The work is assigned from top to bottom, and whatever work is assigned, the bottom level responsible, answerable to whatever work they have completed. So in this manner, authority and responsibility both are distinguishedly given to the entire business organization in the form of various forming department which controlled by general manager, and general manager report to the board of director. This is how you can understand the linear or line organization. One thing here is very clear, that you can precisely know who is working at what place and who is the superior, who is the subordinate. At a glance, when you see the chart, you can understand that Mr. X is working in the administrative department, and you will find him under the administrative officer. So allocation of authority, responsibility, duty and the person can be easily known through the line department. That's why it is said it is very most simple and very convenient form of business organization structure. So this is all about the first structure, linear organization. In your board exam, under your section D or sometime in section E, they prefer to ask this content, and when you are writing for the 5 marks, you also have to add the limitations that what we discussed. The meaning, content, the types are to be mentioned all. Then start with the linear, its explanation, its chart, and at the end the limitation. So with that weightage, you have to answer for E section. If it is in the D section for the 3 marks, then you may not write the limitation, it will do. So look the marks what is assigned to the question. Accordingly, you have to elaborate your answer. And to the point answer, very precise and clear figure to be drawn and explanation to be given. Thank you.